Hey, do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Gen X Talks.
See, I changed everything here. We can get to that in a minute. I changed everything here. Let's go back and let's copy the pod track. We'll copy the pod track. Copy. And we're going to put it in the goes right here, and look where it is. Oh my God, it's working. Well, I uninstalled Streamlabs, and I cleared everything out, and I mean everything out. So we had to put everything back in one. That's why things look a little different for the trained eye. Things are a little bit different around here, but I forgot that I had to sit down with the pod track and put the mics back on. Yes, Gen X Mom.
Dialed the gain down, Danny H is saying.
I just did. I just dialed the gain down. I just brought it down. How does this sound? Right about there. See, we're talking with new stuff here, so just should sound just about right for you. Bringing it down a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to leave it right there. Right about there. That's a peak of the yellow, touching on the red. Is everybody happy now? You want me to turn the lights down low, give you my Wolfman Jack?
It's good.
We're good? All right. So that's what I was saying was the light is green. The trap is clean. Pod track moving up and down. It looks like Streamlabs is now moving side to side. As I switch screens, I'm going to have to copy and paste this to the drag and drop section, to the side by side section, because I don't have it in those scenes, but we're getting there. We got to start off the same way we do. We have to let everybody know that Gen X Talks live streams, not a podcast. It's a live stream, or it's a live podcasting stream. I don't know what the fuck you guys call it. I can't. Look, we're here. We got the camera, the microphones, and we're going to apply some common sense to some conversations. I do have the drag and drop section ready. I got some pictures, some things to talk about. We might run a little bit long. Gen X Mom, did you take all your medications? Are you ready to go?
To put up with you, yes.
Did you got a patch on your ass?
No.
Well, what the fuck, man? This is just, you just, dogs and cats living together.
Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria, but we're doing the best we can with what we've got. So I do have the drag and drop section ready. I may run a little bit long because I have Chat GPT helped me with a zombie apocalypse.
Some people are noticing the studio's a little empty.
Studio's a little empty. Yeah, you can see that going on. Wait till we click to the side-by-side camera. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. And my fine feathered friends. And so, Chat GPT helped me out with the zombie apocalypse, which was good. Plus, you guys are just bugging the shit out of me to talk about the riots in L.A., not only because I grew up down there and spent most of my life in that neighborhood, but because we're still pretty close to there. Even though we're moving, we still have a lot of ties to that area. So we'll touch on that a little bit later. But you're going to have to stick around. Now, let me say we can't get going here until we do we have to start it right now. I'm drinking from the Mob Museum. Yeah. And I got to tell you, when I see the Mob Museum in Las Vegas, was the last live stream. I'm sorry, the last live in-person event we did was in Las Vegas. It ended up being like a 4-day thing. We did a lot of stuff. One of the things, we went to the Mob Museum, and I got to walk around in the depths of the Mob Museum alone with Little Miss Hot and Nerdy. Yeah, Christine Matlock and I. She was dressed to the nines, and she had a gun. Nothing prettier than a hot chick with a gun. I got to tell you that. So it's a highlight. So whenever I grab this whiskey right here, you think I'm thinking about you. I'm not. I'm thinking about the Mob Museum and firing off a few rounds with a hot chick named Little Miss Hot and Nerdy. She was there. I was there. You weren't there. But this one is for you guys. We got a drink to the $1.2 million view. This is coming from the Foxhole Studios in Minden, Nevada. That is the sun setting over the mountains around South Lake Tahoe, looking right through the bottom of the Glass Nation shot glass. Sun Valley Fox has his glass. You got yours. I don't have a BO. I am shot glassless. Glassless? Shot glass. I'm glassless. It sounds like,
I don't know, but you can post PayPal trips in.
When I say glassless, it sounds like classless.
Yeah, well, that too.
Whoa, easy, Haas. I'll drink and lie, you drink and believe it, and we'll kick this pig and get going from here.
We are celebrating a birthday tonight. Our very own Danny H. Wow.
Now they can hear you. Okay, go ahead.
Tonight we have a birthday. We are celebrating Danny H's 46th trip around the sun.
I don't know if I believe that.
I do.
When you look at Danny and you try to size him up, it's not the years on Danny. I think it's the miles.
You think?
I think Danny's like me. He's a high mileage vintage 19 whatever year he was. He's 47, so he's born in 77, about there, 77, 78.
I don't know.
He's a high mileage for that vintage. I mean, that's a lot of miles. You know, you're allowed 10,000 a year. That's what the average was 10,000 a year. And I got to say, Danny may still have all his original equipment, as far as I know. But I'm telling you,
he's a 79 model.
Oh, he's a 79 model.
That's
yeah.
what he says.
Boy, that was high emissions, and they put catalytic converters on your exhaust, slowing down your exhaust. Compression was down. That was a bad year to be built.
Mr. Invisihuchi himself.
Mr. Invisihuchi himself.
Yes.
47 laps around the sun.
46.
46. Oh, he's starting.
You just gained him one.
He's starting 47.
Right.
Okay, so
he turned 46
He's
today.
beginning his 47th lap around the sun.
There we go.
Right,
we got there. Good job.
He's no worse for the wear despite the mileage. Danny, I just drank one, or I drank another one. We'll do one to you later. But for those of you looking, Danny H. recently joined staff, longtime friend of the program, all-around great guy, going to the barbecue. He will be at the barbecue Labor Day in Minden, Nevada.
Danny H., lots of people over on Facebook, Blue, are wishing you a happy birthday. I wanted you to know that. If you don't have a Facebook page, people are saying that.
I got a problem.
You always have a problem.
I can't hear you.
What is it?
Oh, there.
Yes, I'll stop everything.
Yeah, just as long as people can hear you.
They can hear me.
I waited so long to pin PayPal and YouTube that it went by. Oh, thank God, Trippy
That's
did another one.
what you wanted me to stop everything just for that.
Yeah, well, I needed to find a way to get Trippy Dippy Pineapple to put up the link so I could pin it again. Never fear, Trippy Dippy Pineapple had things well in hand, and I saw it go by. Bum, 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 bum. All right, are you done yapping now? I got a show to get to.
Yeah, I'm done.
Right. Listen, I want to do something here. I want to make a phone call. I want to talk about the barbecue a little bit, but I want to make a phone call first and knock this down. Let me see if I can get the chinkadare. Okay, let's see. Just text first. Make sure calling.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Phone.
Okay. Ay.
So to do this, now I'm going to have to put on my handy-dandy cheap little shitty headphones because these are the only ones that Briggs left me. Damn redneck hillbilly kid. And we'll get on the phone here. And what we need to do is go to the Dragon. All right, there I told you how to do it every time. Okay, we're going to call Seagar Scotty. Seagar Scotty's the guy. He's coming out to the Gen X Talks barbecue. He's one of the judges. This year's barbecue's a little bit bigger, a little bit better. We're doing a steak-off, Chef John versus Little Miss Hot and Nerdy. A professional chef versus an amateur hot chick. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't see it happening. I see Chef John walking away with this thing. I got to tell you. So we have to have 5 judges out there. Seagar Scotty is coming out to be one of the judges. We're going to give him a call in a second here, just to remind him to show up. But those of you like, well, I can't get out there. You guys are on the West Coast. Okay, we've moved it. You can't get to Bakersfield because Bakersfield's 2 hours from every airport. All right.
Pretty much.
We put it to, it's near Reno. Reno is an international airport. Everybody flies to Reno. You can get there. Quit being a fucking baby. Or we've given you so much notice. You guys could actually hitchhike here. You could make it here hitchhiking. It's absolutely true. It's not that far. You know what's really weird though? I don't even see hitchhikers anymore. Growing up, in my era, there was hitchhikers all over the place. 2 or 3 people by themselves.
I don't think you can anymore. Isn't it against the law to
It's always been against the law.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
And they just don't.
There's too many crazies out there in the world. You got to be crazier than the person picking you up.
You do, yeah. Is that what you got? Do you guys compare crazy cards? You hold it. The guy pulls over, and you hold your crazy card. He holds it up, and if he's crazier than you, you just say, "Never mind. I'll wait for the next ride."
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's like there was a movie called The Jerk with Steve Martin, and he was going to hitchhike. So he leaves his house. Yeah. He goes out and stands on the sidewalk with his suitcase, and he puts his thumb out, and the guy pulls up, and he says, Steve Martin leans in and goes, "How far are you going, mister?" And the guy pulls up because the guy lived in the next house. He goes, "To the end of the fence." He goes, "I'll take it." He got in the truck, went to the end of the fence, got out, and then put his thumb out again.
Sahara H says, "Remind me to tell my hitchhiking story at the barbecue. It's a doozy."
All right. Did you know the stories I want to get her drunk and hear her truck driver stories.
Hotel or Hobo Rob says,
Rob.
I have hitched all over the country, slept and peed on the ground in all lower 48 states.
I cannot say that I've pissed on the ground in every state, but I've hitchhiked. I've had hitchhiked some places.
There's some people that have. David says an old lady picked me and my buddy up in Temecula back in the 90s. She took us across town and said it was fun.
Yeah. So I'm talking about today. Did anybody do it today? Yeah.
I don't see anybody. No, I don't see anybody.
That's
talking
why
about
I mentioned that it doesn't happen anymore. All right. So let's get to see if we can.
We all can afford
Seagar
cars
Scotty.
now.
Dum, dum. Let's see if we can call Seagar Scotty on the phone. Get him. Let's see if he calls in here. Let's see if he picks up. We put his picture on the screen for you.
What's up, brother?
There he is, Seagar Scotty, my man.
Here I am. What is going on?
Well, we're just talking to you from one of the last times we're going to be at the KGXT studios here in the land of Bay because we're moving up north. Just calling up, got your picture on the screen. I got that one you and I talked about today. You look like the Black Godfather, man.
That's what he looks like.
He does, doesn't he?
It looks good.
Love it.
I love it. It looks
I can
badass.
appreciate that.
You're breaking up a little bit, Scotty. Why don't you get me off speaker and talk like a regular guy?
Hey, I thought my speaker was good when we tried this out.
Well, it was, but I don't know what's going on. Some interference now. You got too much. You know what? Are you wearing all your gold chains right now? Because I heard all your gold chains interfere with the signal. I'm just saying.
Brother, I don't do gold chains.
Well, Seagar Scotty, are you, you're going to be there for the judging of the steak-off competition, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm all over that.
There's going to be, and I'm hoping you get there Friday night or early Saturday so we can hang out Saturday too. We got a big bottom of the glass show. You've been part of these shows before. You know how this goes when we all get around a big table and start drinking.
Oh, what are we drinking, brother?
What are we drinking?
I'm gonna say that we're doing this from the Foxhole Studios in Minden, and I'm gonna say the Sun Valley Fox has a great selection of hooch, starting with some very expensive Pendleton, and that Pendleton goes down so smooth. It's gonna get you and me in trouble.
Oh yeah, I can dig that, man. I'm ready for it.
All right, so I know you're hyped up. I know you're excited, but I got to ask you just to make sure. I don't want to touch on a bad subject here. I don't mean to cast aspersions. But have you got your paperwork in order? Because I've been around Minden several times, and I got to tell you, I ain't seen one black person yet. So I don't even know if they're gonna let you in.
Don't worry, I'm one of the good ones.
Well, okay. Well, there we go. I hope you got a card that says that when we try to get you in, you go, hold on. I got my paperwork signed. Look, I'm one of the good ones. All right, you can come in then.
No, I'll get myself a MAGA hat and a Trump T-shirt. I'm in, man.
That's totally in up there. You're good there.
What you just said, they got the lit up red cones. They're just going to see his hat waving. All right, let him go through.
Exactly.
He got the MAG hat. He got the Trump T-shirt on. We're good.
It's all good.
Right, 47.
All right, listen, I know you got a real radio station to get to in about 30 minutes or so, but I just wanted to touch base with you. You and I have been talking off and on, but I can't wait for you to be up there, Scotty. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Man, that's going to be outstanding. I cannot wait for it. I know this has been being planned since January, maybe a little bit before.
Yeah.
When I was out for the anniversary celebration in Vegas, there was talk of this, and I told you then, I said, hey, you tell me a date and I'm there.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to have the burgers and dogs and beers and the sodas and then the tomahawk steak.
Yeah, they're tomahawk steaks, those big mamas.
Yeah, they're cutting those up. And and you know what I may have to do? We may have to.
What's that?
I don't know. We just got to make sure that the judges don't know whose steak is who.
I know.
We got to figure a way to do that.
We will.
You know what the problem is with Scotty?
Steak A and steak B.
Right, but Scotty's going to go, all right, I want to be accurate here. Scotty going to tell you this, because I know Scott. I love Scotty like a brother. He's going to say, I'm going to need another piece of that steak to be sure. And then he's going to say, I'm going to need another piece of that steak to be sure.
I'm not crazy.
Oh my God, that's funny.
All right, look, Scotty, I'm gonna let you go. I know you got something you got to do. Thanks for finding a quiet place to take a phone call because I know you're busy tonight. But I just wanted to tell you I love you, brother. I can't wait for this barbecue, and when we get out there, it's going to be a great time for that weekend.
Hey, man, much love to you. Much love to Mary and Big Guy Briggs. Hey, we will talk soon.
All right. Bye,
See
Scotty.
you later, Scotty. Bye-bye.
Take care, family.
And that was Seagar Scotty. If there's ever been a Seagar Scotty,
That's cool.
I love Scotty. He is such, when he comes around, you can't help. The party just raises
It's
up
a
a
life
notch.
of the party.
It raises it up a notch, you know. And then when you park him right across from me when we're close, it is just on.
It's gonna
you
be
just
fun.
can't slow it down. I also checked with him. He's trying to see if his crew's coming out, Larry and the
cool.
crew.
Oh,
So
cool.
there may be more. Seagar Scotty may be coming with his crew.
Yeah, there's people asking if the woodshed's going to be out there at the thing. Is Danny H going to be watching over?
You know what? Danny H is going to be there. Danny H and Sahara are going to be there. Wouldn't that be funny to have a real woodshed out there?
Well, my brother kind of has one.
He does?
He has wood. Like he has a covered area with wood for the winter.
But I just got to put, so we just go lock him in, go get out, go.
You can go into the chicken coop, I guess.
Well, anyway, I'm telling you guys, there's so much. Do you know how many people I could call right now that would be on the phone talking about coming? You could talk to Sun Valley Fox. He's pumped. You could talk to Iceman from Bodfish. He is stoked. He wishes it was tomorrow. We could call Dr. McDreamy. He's ready to go. I mean, there's a list of people that are pumped up and ready to make this thing just a great weekend.
Yeah. And
it's really going to be. But you guys got to get tickets. I'm telling you, moderators should be putting up the link for the tickets right now. There isn't going to be a ton of tickets sold. This is on private property. This is not a venue. We can't have 200 people there. We cannot. This is going to a private property venue. So the numbers are small. They're already over half filled just with the people we know are coming.
Yes.
So you got to, if you don't get a ticket, you're going to go, oh, I was waiting until it got closer to the event. There will be no tickets closer to the event. None. I promise you. So get it now while you can. All right. We got to pay some bills real quick here and let you guys know. If you didn't hear the bell, if you didn't get notified, if YouTube didn't tell you, if Facebook didn't tell you, you got to join Patreon. I sent out smoke signals. I let everybody know what time we were going on. I let everybody know where we were going on. So you guys should have known. If you didn't know, it's because you're not part of Patreon. Good moderators can put up the link for you. All right. Also, another quick one, Christine Matlock. This is Little Miss Hot and Nerdy. She's the one that Chef John is going up against in the steak-off competition. She is trying to be, this is a real quick plug. There's no money involved here. There's no email. There's no login. There's nothing. It's just click, click, click. Yes. Ready? Click, click, click. Yes. Moderators can put up a link for you guys. She's trying to get Northern Nevada Businesswoman of the Year award. All the women who own businesses up there, she has a concierge service and she's trying to get, but it's all by votes from you guys through this magazine. So you guys you can go every day and do it. And you don't got to put in an email, no login, no nothing. Just click, click, click and hit it. It just records your IP address so you can't vote more than once a day. You can go vote again tomorrow. I'm just asking you guys, could you please click through and just go vote for her? And the web page that we're sending you to shows you the pictures. It's like, pick this picture, pick this one, you're done. All right, thank you for doing that. Now, one more thing to click you guys' way through, and the crowd goes wild because it's a boy. That's Sammy Joe and Trippy Pineapple. They're expecting a little baby pineapple. They're both going to be pulling back from staff. Sammy Joe's already walked away. And
she's in chat right now.
So now
on YouTube.
we can talk shit about her because she's not on staff. We can say, God damn, Sammy. Trippy will be a ghost staff person for quite some time, but don't expect to see him too often. He's got a lot of responsibilities coming up. He's picking up his life, moving 3,000 miles away, and going to start with a brand new chick and a brand new baby and a brand new job in a brand new town. Man, that is a young man's game if I've ever heard one. But if good moderators can put up the links for you, they do have a registry to get them some stuff out there. There's one that's whiskey sold by the case. That is for Sammy Joe. She requested some good whiskey by the case. All the pink sweaters and the pink hats and the pink fuzzy socks. Trippy was the one asking for those. He likes colors. He's a very colorful individual. So anyway, you guys get a chance. You know you guys want to get him a little something. There's your chance to go do it. Now, one quick story about a moron. New Jersey dad bought his daughter an iPad, but the box was empty. And that's when the headache started. Now, I clicked on the story and I skimmed through it. This guy, he bought his daughter an iPad. There was nothing in the box. Opened it up on Christmas Day, nothing in the box. At first, they're like, yeah, we'll take care of you. Then it's like, yeah, we're not taking care of you. And the place he bought it from said they don't give a shit. You probably had it in the box and you just want a free one. And so the vendor said no. Apple said no because they said, well, you bought it. We bought it from Apple. Apple, gave us an empty box. Then we gave you the empty box. Go talk to Apple. Apple told them to pound sand. The place he bought it from told him to pound sand. So you know what they told him to do? And I don't even know how this makes sense. They told him, go dispute it with your bank, with your credit card that you bought or your debit card or whatever.
What?
And he goes, what am I supposed to tell them? That you sold me an empty box and give me my money back? And like, well, we're not giving it to you, so you better hope that your credit card company lets you get reimbursed. He goes, this is bullshit.
How would they know?
I don't know. The whole thing's a bunch of fucked up mess. But and I read the story. This is the part I don't understand. And I read all the comments. I read 10,000 comments. No one brought this up but me, which just proves once again, my brain works backwards. I get it. I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the woods. I understand. I do. How did this guy take the box that has the iPad in it all the way to his car, all the way from his car to his house, all the way to his bed, wrap it as a Christmas present, and put it under the tree and not know that it felt like an empty fucking box? I would have, and I don't even know how much iPads weigh, but I said, my God, this is awfully light. I mean, an empty box? Come on.
Yeah.
iPads weigh a little bit. They do. They weigh a little bit, and an empty box don't weigh nothing. That's a big fucking goose egg. I'm just saying, no one brought that up. Someone calls me, you just sold me an empty box. I go, if I was customer service at the place he bought it, I'd gone, you walked out of the fucking parking lot. You walked to the register. You didn't know it was empty. You walked all the way to your car. Couldn't tell the box was fucking empty. You put it on your bed and wrapped it up. Couldn't tell it was empty. Come on, man. I don't buy that for a fucking second. And I'm just saying, but that's just me. I'm a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. What do I know from nothing? Here's a story that I didn't click on because I thought that no matter anybody who clicks on the story has got to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Just read the headline. This is what comes across my screen on Google. We found sauropod stomach contents for the first time. I'm guessing whatever that is. It looks like a brontosaurus to me, but whatever. We found sauropod stomach contents for the first time, revealing these dinosaurs had terrible manners. What the fuck does that mean? Now, I'm assuming that they're going to say something.
They hogged all the food?
That's what I'm thinking. Are they going to say, well, he didn't chew his food. We found big old pieces of trees and we found a whole pig. These terrible manners. They don't chew their food. I'm guessing. What else could it fucking be?
They chew with their mouth open?
Yeah, it must have been loud. How would they know for sure? How would these fucking guys know, these scientists? How would they know anything about this? And let me be more clear on the important part of this story. Who fucking cares about the manners? That
probably cost $1 million right there to do that study.
Some university is paying some dude to smoke weed and make shit up about a sauropod. He probably made up that fucking word too. There probably is no such sauropod. He was probably thinking, we got to come up with a new name so they can't check us on this. They can't fact check us. And they're like, we'll call it Saruman. Like, no, dude, that's a wizard in Lord of the Rings. All right, sauropod. Yeah, there you go. No one's got that before. They probably made up the fucking name. I don't know. But I definitely know they're guessing on the manners in which this dinosaur devoured its food. I would not click on this. If you clicked on this, turn off this live stream. You don't belong here.
Unbelievable.
I'm just telling you. Now, real quick, I don't plug a lot of stuff. I don't plug a lot of TV stuff because I'm not involved. There's no benefit. But an article keeps coming up about Billy Bob Thornton says he didn't expect Landman to be this successful. Season 2. I love Landman.
So do I.
And I think I love it because Billy Bob is the lead in this.
He's amazing.
Absolutely. He's turned out to be one of the most talented guys. You know, one of the first movies I saw him in that you hated.
Yes, I don't like that one.
Gotta get my tater tots over there. Gotta get them fries.
It just gives me the willies.
Ain't no gas in it. I saw them boys bearing down on me. I figured I'd throw you to football. Cut his head clean off with a sickle.
Oh my gosh.
Sling blade. Got a sling blade. People call it a sickle. I call it a sling blade.
Okay, that's enough.
That was Billy Bob Thornton, believe it or not. Then he was in Tombstone, and he had a small role in Tombstone. But he's done so much stuff, and he's crafted his talent. I can't get enough of Landman. Now I know Taylor Sheridan's involved, so things could go sideways like they did with Yellowstone, and the last season could be fucked up. But for right now, brilliant writing, brilliant acting. I've watched the first season 3 times already. I can't get enough of it. So just so you guys know, Sam Elliott's on board for the second season.
Is he?
He's got a role, yeah. And I will tell you, for those of you who haven't watched it, in ever since Game of Thrones came out, and you guys may not be paying attention to this, Game of Thrones was one of the first series ever to kill off the main characters. They had 4 main characters. At the end of season 1, one's dead. You're like, holy shit, I love that guy. At the end of season 2, they built up some more main characters, killed 3 of them. You on Game of Thrones changed everything when it came to killing the lead characters, and everybody better just be okay with it. And I learned how to be okay with it. I was like, God, nothing was off limits. Landman, season 1, one of the main characters died. I was heartbroken. I won't tell you who. I was heartbroken. So just so you know, it's out there. All right. Let me skip over that one. I was talking a little bit at Chat GPT. Got some stuff going on.
That's your new best friend.
I'm developing a friendship with Chat GPT. Well, I've got so many friends that don't know anything. It's nice to have one friend that knows something. And Chat GPT turns out to be that friend.
Okay.
But Chat GPT doesn't listen, because I have put in pictures of Chef John and Little Miss Hot and Nerdy, and it changed it to this. I didn't ask it to do this. I gave it a couple instructions and stuff, and I go, and when you ask Chat GPT, I asked you to change one thing. Why'd you change these? You know what it says? I'm sorry. I realize I've made a mistake. I shouldn't have made those changes without you requiring it. Do you want me to change it back?
Wow, so polite.
It says that, yeah. And of course, I'm equally as polite. I said, no, motherfucker. I just want you to leave it this way. Yes, asshole. Put it back the way I fucking told you.
Okay.
Well, we're friends, so that's how I talk to my friends. I figure we're okay. But this is the kind of shit it does. And I started doing I wanted to do some staff pictures. What did I want to do was take all of our staff pictures as individual and tell Chat GPT, put it in a group setting and come with and start adding to it. And what it did, the first one it did, why it gave me 2. I said, put them together. It picked those 2. Now, why it took Trippy Pineapple and put Trippy Pineapple with Mary Mathis both on staff, I have no idea. I mean, out of all the people on staff and all the old staff members, new staff members, I started putting them all together, and I said, all right, let's put these in groups, and then we'll put them all together.
That one.
It's a good picture, but it makes no sense. Why would Chat GPT think these 2 go together?
I just think it's great.
The best part is it's a very good likeness of both of them.
Very, very good.
Well, except Trippy's in this picture, he's about 30 pounds lighter. But other than that, it's a good likeness. Anyway, so ChatGPT doesn't listen, and things go sideways. And so I started trying to tried to get it in there to do some stuff. It doesn't listen. This was one of the first attempts at the group picture. Now, the tall guy in the middle in the back is supposed to be Mike Perkins. That's not Mike. This guy is dashing. He is dressed in a suit. It actually looks like one of your old boyfriends. He looks like one of your old boyfriends. It just got the glasses and the mustache.
Am I between Danny and...
Yeah.
Is that me between Danny and Mike Perkins?
Yeah. Well, whoever that guy is. It's really not Mike Perkins, whoever that guy is.
That's interesting.
So then they put a... God, look at Chris. Doesn't he look like a badass up there in the corner?
Yeah, he does.
He looks like a badass motherfucker, like saying, I'm done with this shit. The problem is they put, I think that's supposed to be me next to Josh, but they dressed me like Chris.
Yes, they did.
They made me look like the Disney kid. I got a fedora on, although it looks a little bit more like me down there. Or there's 2 Chris's. I can't
the kid
tell.
on the end, our kid on the end, he looks grown up, like he's in his 20s.
Yeah,
I was
going to say, and Briggs looks like he's 33. He's grown up and ready to go. The only person who resembles himself totally is Danny H.
Danny H looks like Danny H.
I know, it's like ChatGPT says, I'd like to fuck with this guy, but where do I go here? Up or down? I can't.
Well, you should take a time to do the whole row so people know who you're talking about.
Top left is Danny H, Mr. Invisihucci. Second is Gen X Mom, Mama X. Third one is supposed to be Mike Perkins, Big Mike Perkins, the Uber driver from Gen X Talks. He drives around a 1987 green Ford Escort. On the right, upper right, top row, very right. I'm not sure about the watch and the chain and the muscles. That's a Disney kid. That's Chris Yeager, for those of you that are over on Facebook. He's your moderator over there. And that's one of the more badass pictures of Disney kid I've ever seen. Bottom left is Briggs, Gen Z kid, of course, the annoying little brat. Little Miss Hot and Nerdy is the woman down there. I got to say, she's pretty close.
Yeah.
She's not far off from her. And then Josh Maddox, that looks like Josh Maddox except for one thing. He does not have a goofy smile.
No.
He does not have a goofy smile. This kid, whoever they chose down here for the green jacket.
And he's got a really long finger. A really long finger.
Well, don't make fun of Josh. Now, Josh has some abnormalities. Maybe his pinky finger is a little long. His glasses are too wide. His smile is Kool-Aid goofy, and his finger's too long. Whatever. I don't know what he's doing there. And then I think that's me in the sucked in back position with the fedora, and then Trippy Pineapple. And now see, Trippy's got the right weight on there. He's sucking it in. Got a little bulge
Looks
going up there.
good.
Yeah, he's all right there. So that was our first attempt. The one that's the worst is Mike Perkins. That does not look like Perkins at all. That looks like a public defender's office. That looks right out of there. So anyway.
We're all casual and then.
Yeah. There's one guy with a suit and tie. All right. Doom. So did I get that one? I got that one. So I just don't want to get to the zombie one yet. I'll go back to that. Just so you guys know, you got to see it today. I was going to hold it up and say, just so you know, we don't use the Be Right Back screen too often, but if we do, we have a new Be Right Back screen. And guess what? Today we had no sound and we needed a Be Right Back moment. We had the Be Right Back screen. So this is a Sun Valley Fox, your older brother.
That's my bro.
And he's just shut up and stay where you are. Just letting you guys know. Why? Because we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. So that's our new Be Right Back screen. And doom. So I can go back up here. Now, I want to talk a little bit about zombies.
What?
I was waiting for something to render the other day, and ChatGPT was open. And I simply said to ChatGPT, I said, can you help me with a zombie apocalypse attack?
Okay.
And you know what it said? It goes, where are you?
Oh.
Who are you with? And do you have any weapons? I was like, all right, this is gonna be fun.
That's the FBI talking to you.
This was like a choose your own adventure book. I'm like, okay.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
You need to hydrate real quick.
I didn't bring my water out here.
What? Here.
I don't have.
This is water.
Are you sure?
Straight water.
Don't lie to me.
Drink.
Is it
Christopher Seavick thinks the $2 hoe is the birthday boy tonight. Is Christopher Seavick correct?
Yes, she is. Christopher Seavick is correct. The $2 hoe.
Trippy Pineapple
Danny H.
member for 39 months tonight. Water you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Time to hydrate, so you did that. Michael Dawson is celebrating 37 months on YouTube. Chris Coe sent one gift membership tonight. So
we got a problem.
what?
I'm not as handsome as I should be.
Why is that?
Because on the screen, if I close this eye, this side of my face is dark because the light is over there.
Okay, well, I'll get to it
Lighting
in
is
just a minute.
bad.
I'll get to it. Also, this is going out to Danny H. from the Sun Valley Fox. Danny H., a very happy birthday. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the barbecue. Brother from another mother. That's from the Sun Valley Fox.
Sun Valley Fox and I have had a couple conversations about Danny H. There's a few people, we get along with everybody, we like everybody, we're close to everybody, we bond with everybody, but every now and then something feels a little bit further, goes a little bit further, a little bit quicker, and I've already expressed that. I've already said Danny H. he finishes my sentences. I go to say a joke, he's already got the punchline out. I'm talking about a movie for reference, he's already got a picture saved on his computer of that same reference, ready to use it. That's how in sync. Well, I was talking with Sun Valley Fox today. He felt the same way. There's just a weird thing. So I just want to give you the heads up. Gen X Mom,
Yes.
you better prepare St. Donna.
Okay.
Because if we have a big bottom of the glass show in the Sun Valley Fox's garage, and it's Danny, me, Sun Valley Fox,
Scotty.
Seagar Scotty to start with. Right there, just that.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big show for a long time in trouble. You got to admit, there's going to be some censorship ratings on.
All right, go back to your zombie apocalypse. Apocalypse. I couldn't even get that out.
All right, so I did save some stuff. I'm not going to put them on the screen for you. I saved them so I can read them to you here myself. Doom, 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 doom. I'm not going to get these in the right order. I'll try to, but this is number 3. I should have put these in the order. So I'm getting them in the wrong order. So that if you say, well, I wouldn't do that first, I would do this first, I would do that first. Yeah, I know. I got them in the wrong order. Shut up. But it says, okay, who are you with and where are you? And what weapons do you have? And I was like, holy shit, it's asking some good questions there. Step 1, where are you? Who's with you? And what access to foods, weapon, and water do you have? And I said, well, let's just say I'm in the San Fernando Valley and I'm with my wife and I have a pistol. And it's like, well, you need to reinforce wherever you are with wood or plastic sheeting. That's one.
Okay.
I forgot something. I got to go to the Be Right Back screen real quick, and then we'll be right back. So hang on. Bear with me for 10 seconds. Told you we'd use the Be Right Back screen. Okay, I'm back. Gen X Mom will go handle this thing. There's an intruder at the front door, so she's loading up her AR-15. We'll be back in a minute. So Chat GPT asks me where I'm at, who I'm with, and it says, what weapons do you have? And then it tells me fortify your position immediately in your home with wood or plastic sheeting. You're going to need to build a rain catchment system because apparently Southern California, they don't think there's going to be any water. There's no rivers really running through there. All the water's imported. So if all the pumps shut off, we don't get any water to LA, you're done. So it tells me to set up a rain catch system. Also to build a safe room with backup supplies and create a lot of silent alarms. Nothing that runs off electronics, cans on a string, little bells on windows and stuff. There are doors out in your yard. So if zombies are coming at you, you can hear them. You have to more water to store more water. You got to store and siphon water. It told me to go to water heaters. Go to all the water heaters in the neighborhood, drain them into things that I can drink out of, and keep track of which water heaters have water. I don't think I'd have thought of that. First aid supplies. You got to have a crowbar, a wrench, and a hatchet. Those are the 3 things. Solar chargers and radios. Backup food is canned and also some perishable items take with you. This is all the stuff. Chat GPT didn't say there's no such thing as a zombie apocalypse. Be serious. Chat GPT then goes, okay, do you want to play this as a game? What are you thinking? No, it didn't even ask me any questions. I just put it as a thing like, hey, this is going to happen. And Chat GPT said, yeah, I know it's going to happen. I've thought about it, and I'm going to come up with a strategy for you. It also tells me, it popped up and says, hey, man, you need to avoid supermarkets. They'll be the first hit and the most dangerous. Hospitals and police stations sound safe, but they're chaos zones early on. I'm just reading you what Chat GPT said. Sleep in shifts. You and your wife, it says, stay sane, protect your wife. Sleep in shifts. One is always awake. Keep each other calm and sharp. Make small goals every day. Gather, secure, and plan. And then it goes into this big, long description like, I can help you more. Now, this is an AI. This is Chat GPT. It says, I can help you more, but which kind of zombies are we talking about? And I was like, holy shit, it knows. Because we've all seen zombies. What are The Walking Dead? They mope around like this. What about the ones in, what was that Will Smith movie where everyone was freaking out about where they run at you and they're technically vampires, but same idea. God, I can't think of the name right now. Will Smith, scared the shit out of me because I was watching that movie outside of looking outside of an alley in a hotel room at 2 a.m. in San Francisco. And a bad movie. Never watched that alone. That was a bad one to watch alone, and I did it, and it was horrible. So anyway, whatever that one was, those are fast zombies. Are these fast zombies or slow zombies? And it says, it doesn't really, I Am Legend. Thank Cobra Rob. I Am Legend. And Danny H got it in there too. It says in Chat GPT, because it doesn't really matter if they're fast zombies or slow zombies. Ultimately, you always got to go for a headshot. And it's not telling you this is what we've learned from movies and comic books and television shows. No. ChatGPT is telling you how this is going to go down, when it goes down, and what you need to do. Unfucking real. I'm not kidding you. So then it comes up, and I'm having these conversations, and it's asking me questions like it's really trying to guide. Like, okay, now I got to ask you a question. Are you right-handed or left-handed? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? How close are you to the ocean? I mean, it's asking me questions like it's my high school basketball coach, and it's going to guide me through basic training down at Camp Pendleton. That's the feeling you get from talking with ChatGPT. Not only is it really into this, it's making me nervous. I'm like, okay, I need a baseball bat. No, I don't have a baseball bat with spikes. I better go make a baseball bat with spikes. Why would ChatGPT tell me to zombie apocalypse? I'm starting to think like we're having a real conversation, like I'm talking with somebody back east who's 30 floors under the Pentagon giving me some secret information about fighting a zombie apocalypse. He comes back when we're done. He goes, as a final note, just so you know, at this point, this is what it says. I'm reading it to you. You're ahead. You're ahead. You're already better off than 90% of the people because you have a weapon, a partner, food, and a plan. Then it says, as a footnote, do not, big N-O-T, do not try to be a hero. Survive first. Fight later. I've got your back. Want help mapping local evacuation points and plotting a forest route? Let me read that again. That's what ChatGPT said. Do not, just like a parent would say, do not try to be a hero. Survive first, fight later. I've got your back. Now, until you really think about it, that we might be losing power, we're not going to have maybe internet, cell towers might not be working for long in a zombie apocalypse, I doubt that ChatGPT's got my back at all. In fact, what if the zombies are somehow going through ChatGPT to find me? They're going to say, well, I just told this guy where to go. I told him where to hide. I told him what to do. So here's what you do to go get him. Not that they would or can, but what if, zombies could turn slowly, have a little access information, brain function before I'm just saying they could, right? And then at the end it says, would you like help mapping a way out of town, evacuation out of the town you're in? Tell me what street you're on. I'll get you out of there. Would you like help mapping a route through the forest? He was going to get me to streams. Yeah, get me to where I finally had to say, I can't go down this road. I mean, I'm setting myself up for nightmares. I'm be sitting up in the corner sweating, holding on to my rifle, just sitting in the corner going, zombie apocalypse coming. Oh, it's coming. Gotta get ChatGPT. Got my water. I gotta go to the neighbor's house, drain their hot water heater. Got to get some blue and got to get some green. I'm just telling you, I just stumbled across this thing because I was waiting. I had no idea that ChatGPT was going to turn around and give me the whole fucking story. And it did. It gave me the whole goddamn thing about what we're doing and how we're doing. I mean, I ended up spending way too much time on that. I'm just telling you guys so you know. All right. Let's go back side by side. Go back to the picture. We got this one here to go across it. Oh, so no. I got to find out where this is. It turned it off. Go scroll down. Fighting with zombies. Good. Got that out of the way. I told you I was going to take a minute. Another one that real quick. I don't know if the moderators got a link. We put up this clue. Strange things are afoot. So when you click on this, if you find this somewhere on the internet, and you can go, you click on it, it's got a password. I just told you strange things are afoot. So what do you think the password was? Yeah, Circle K. Circle K was the password. Some of you got in. Now, the last time I did this, and I didn't hide it very well. In fact, I talked about it. I had about 30 people send me the answers real quick. This time, I didn't bring it up. I think I had 4. Only 4 of you figured out where it was, figured out the password, got all the answers right, and sent it in. So I'm going to go back, and the top 3 people are going to get prizes. I've got your emails because part of the thing was is as soon as you get this solved, take a screenshot, email it to genxdad@genxtalks.com. It's in my email, so I'll just go back. The first 3 people that are in there, I'm going to send them prizes from the website. I'm going to give them some cool shit from the Gen X Talks merchandise site. Doesn't even have to be Gen X Talks related. I can send you something I can send you a t-shirt from Jaws or The Big Lebowski, or I can send you a hat that has to do with Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I don't know what I'm sending you yet, but you're going to get a little something from us there for playing along. But you guys, I can't believe how many people, I don't understand. I don't know where it is. You just put this up, but there's no link. All you fuckers wanted to, how come I can't click and go right to it? Oh, I don't know, because the fucking thing at the bottom says, go find it. Some of the wording said, I'm not going to give you a link. You're going to have to look this down. I'm not fucking doing it. It's too much fucking work. I'm too busy. Then don't fucking play. But you guys who don't play and you whine about it, you're also the ones that go, it's not fair. You didn't give me a link, and it's not fair. I should have got a hat. How come I didn't get a hat? Because you didn't fucking play. Okay? I'm not into participation trophies just because you can't click on the link and you read about it and you think you're in. You're not in. Anybody who takes a little time, a little patience, a little effort, gets it done, they're going to get something, not you. And I gave you the fucking clue. I don't know. So you could have had your way in, but I'm letting you know we're doing more of those puzzles. You just got to go find them. You know, they could be on. They could be at Patreon. It could be in one of the stories. It could be in a comment. I could make a story about something about cars, and the third comment down could be me, and the comment could say, "This is not about cars. This comment is a link to the puzzle." You got to go find it. And we're just doing it for puzzles and little prize right now. Wait till it's something big, though. Wait till it's something big, and you fuckers didn't even go look. You wait. You're going to be mad at me then, too. All right, so we talked about Seagar Scotty, Christine Matlock, Trippy, and Sammy. No iPad, Dinosaurs, Bad Manners, Landman with Sam Elliott, Help with Zombies, Chat, GBD, doesn't listen, new rap. I think that's about it. I used to have all these things on backup, but I completely deleted, uninstalled Streamlabs. When I reinstalled it, Briggs had said, you have so many, over the last 3 years, you've got so many choices for microphones we don't even look for anymore. So when you go, I want to use a mic, it comes up with lists. Which one of these 85 microphones do you want to use? Well, 84 of them we don't even have anymore. Click on a camera. It's got a list of 13 cameras. 12 of them we don't even have anymore. And Briggs said, this gums up Streamlabs badly. So we updated the Mac, we updated Streamlabs, we stripped everything out of there, and we started over with nothing. And I put things back in one at a time. The one thing I know that's working better, I'm not saying this is a cure-all for everything, but you notice we haven't locked up yet tonight. But here's the deal. When I would right-click on the icon, when I would right-click on Streamlabs icon and say quit, it wouldn't quit. Never. If I sat there for an hour, maybe it would finally quit. I have to go to force quit and tell it to quit. Now that we've done all the updates and we've stripped it down and we started, because some of you noticed, some of you have already said, I've seen it go by, that this is a new background. A little bit, there's some new changes in just how things look. And I changed some stuff up a little bit. The intro was one. I changed all the icons on there. You guys, some of you noticed that and already texted me on it, so I saw it. But ever since we did all those changes, things are working better and smoother and not as gummed up. Still working temperatures, making sure everything's good. I don't know if it'll last, but it was a big needed change. Plus, after I had Streamlabs stripped out of here, I hit the defrag button. Remember defrag your computer? I defragged the Mac, and it took like 6 hours, but we defragged the Mac. So that took a long time. But what I'm telling you is that we cleaned up and uncluttered the Mac in between. We uninstalled everything, cleaned up the Mac, pulled all the clutter, reinstalled the updates on the Mac, then reinstalled with the updates for Streamlabs, then we built it back up. So it took a lot of time to do that, but I'm hoping it helps. I'm hoping it was for a better experience. I can't read everything you guys got, but I can read some of the stuff in here. T-Man in there, T-Man X says, I love this guy. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Pukey McFisty, I'll wait until it's something big. Not even sure what he's talking about. I don't know. I wasn't reading the comments. I'm reading them right now. So you guys are all talking. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. I don't know. So if you guys got something to say to me, say it right now, because I'm the only one reading to them. Pukey McFisty, I hit the like button on my way in. Yeah, how many? I don't even know where we're at the like button. How come you guys don't like and subscribe? I know I'm supposed to say that all the time. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell. I I remember something from years ago that the kid pounded in me. So for all of you, even you veterans may not know this, and this goes for all the YouTube channels. Do you ever notice how sometimes you don't get the notification and you're like, I subscribed, I hit like, I hit the bell. Okay, everybody knows that. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Everybody knows that. Did you know you have to do it on every device you own? Yeah. I was educated to that by a bunch of people, and Briggs, the kid, Gen Z kid. He says you got to do it on your phone. You got to do it on your other phone. You got to do it on your laptop. You got to do it on your Mac. And I said, what are you talking to me? Because anywhere you log in, let's say you have let's say your Google account, your Gmail account is how you log in. When you click on go on the internet, it says who's using Chrome or who's using whatever it is you're doing. Whatever profile you use, if that profile is on any other device, you got to do it there. You got to do it on YouTube, and everyone, you got to log in. I had no idea that was the case. So I'm supposed to say, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. But it's also like, subscribe, hit the bell on everything you own. It's a real fucking pain in the ass. And it's not just for us. You got to do that for every channel. So there you go. All right. So please remember to, you guys got the link. It's on the website. GenXTalks.com has all the websites. You want to join Patreon, it's on there. You want to go give something to Sammy, Joe, and Trippy for their baby shower, it's on there. You want to go help Christine Matlock, go click the thing through to help her, it's on there. The buy tickets for the big Gen X Talks barbecue at the Foxhole Studios at the end of August, tickets are on there. You guys don't have to do them in here. You can go to the website. Everything's up there. We're updated all the time. All right. So is there anything to do? You guys still talking with each other? You guys all have conversation with each other? Do you even listen to what I'm fucking saying? I am here trying to give you guys some information, trying to put on a little show. I mean, it's nice you always talk to each other, but you could pay attention to the big fat guy in the Dodger cap once in a while. Every now and then, something comes out of my mouth that might be worth listening to. All right, let me scroll back up. Top Knots Rule says the General and Chat GPT are having a cybermance. Yeah, that we're going to go ahead and put Top Knots Rule in a timeout. That was kind of a bullshit thing to say. Brother Bob says, where's Mama X? Yeah, you're not allowed to ask. Don't ask about my wife. Put Brother Bob in a timeout. See, I can do that. She's not even here to stop me. Whoa. Did somebody just say YouTube sucks? Is that what I saw? YouTube, I want you to know that wasn't me. I love Google. I love YouTube. I have the Google logo on one ass cheek and the YouTube logo tattooed on the other ass cheek. I'm completely loyal. And it has nothing to do. Should I answer a call from Chris Cuomo? Wow. All right. Let's he didn't get permission to be on the air, so hang on. I'm gonna turn you guys up. Sorry for that. They don't know what's going on. And guess who just walked back in the room? She doesn't know what's going on. Side by side. Okay. That was Chris Cuomo just called.
Okay.
And do you know how we were talking the other day about the KGXTradio.com has a way to link news. Like it'll just go every hour on the hour. It'll pull an RSS feed and play a news feed.
Right.
So you can go to CNN or you can go to Fox or you can go to MSNBC, and I'm sure they charge you for it and do all this shit. And I don't have any money to pay for anything, and I don't want CNN or Fox News anyway.
Okay.
So I had sent a message to Chris the other day, and we got a hold of his assistant, Pat, from News Nation.
Right.
And he's like, well, here's how it works, and here's what you got to do, and here's the guy you got to talk to. Well, Chris just called me back. And he said, hey, I'm sorry that, I didn't get back to you sooner. I said, don't worry, I talked to Pat. It's cool. I know you're busy. He goes, no, I apologize. And he said, and I told him what I was thinking on doing because we're going to ramp up the radio station. We're going to make it something. And I said, I just thought of you. If he goes, I'm going to dig into this. I'm going to find out tomorrow on how to get the news feed. And if News Nation doesn't want to do it, can't do it, or it becomes a legal hassle, he goes, I'll let you know. I said, well, then just send me something from your show. Chris does updates all day long, like he does a monologue for his show that discusses the events of the day.
Well, I wonder if you could take his X things off, his videos off.
Well, I told him, I said, you send me something, even if it's video, and I'll just pull the audio off and I'll put it up in the afternoons, 1, 3, and 5, and then people can go listen to your show based on your, he goes, yeah, I do an opening monologue that talks about the events and what's going on, and then it goes into the show. I said, well, then just send me that because it's nothing to drop those in there.
Right.
I said, if this doesn't work out with News Nation, I'll give you that for free. You don't got to pay for it. You're going to do anything. Just give me something when you do your show. I'll put that up there, and it can just be the teaser for the news. Because he talks about, like, whatever's going on in the news, he talks about, like, the top 5 things. He goes, and this is bullshit, and here's what we're going to do, and here's what we're going to talk. Fine. I said, Chris, cool. I don't have anything going on. We're just setting this up. And he goes, thank you for doing that for me. Thank you for considering me to be part of that. So we'll see if that works.
All right. So where were we? I'm sorry. I had to leave.
I finished up my zombie apocalypse story. I put a couple people in timeouts because they're just bad people.
Okay.
And we have bad people here. And so then did you handle the front door? Is everything good?
Yes, we will talk about that later.
Okay, I guess we'll talk about that later.
Okay, so can I give you some sheets?
Yeah, you can do the sheets because I'm done. I'm out of ideas.
Johnny on Facebook says, those empty shelves in the background, is it a bit of a headache-breaking moment, packing up and leaving a place with so many memories? Does it need a montage or a tribute before you shut that studio door one last time?
This is the thing I'm wrestling with. I'm having a deep emotional attachment to this house and this yard. We've been here 20 years. We thought we were never leaving. We built this place. There was nothing here. It was just empty dirt when we got here. And now we have to walk away from all of this emotional investment, and I'm having trouble. Now watch. This is what I deal with every day. Ready? Honey, I'm having trouble leaving. How about you?
No.
Not at all?
Well, I was, but I'm okay to go now.
But, honey, we're supposed to have an emotional attachment to this place, and it's supposed to be very hard. How on earth are you just detaching yourself and going, yeah, I'm good, let's go? I don't get it.
Because I'm looking forward to a new chapter. I'm excited I kind of like change. I like get into a rut and kind of get going, but then I love the change. I love the excitement of something new.
I don't know. I don't get it. I tried to do something new with you the other day, and you didn't like it. We're driving down the freeway, so take off all your clothes. That was new. You didn't like that change.
Wow.
Well, you didn't want to do it. I don't know. We had change.
Two Bear member for 39 months wants to know how many more shows from Bakersfield.
Okay, when I start talking about you taking off your clothes, don't.
This is a family-friendly show.
The next person we talk about is not Two Bear. Pick somebody else.
He was next on the list. Sorry.
Sure he was.
So did you hear his question? How many more shows from Bakersfield?
For sure Thursday show, because Briggs went up to unload today and come home tomorrow, but he's been sick, violently sick all day.
Yes.
So he's going to unload Wednesday, drive home Thursday, and we're going to load everything up Friday, Saturday. So
right.
I'm going to say Thursday. I'm going to say if we are loading and getting out of here Saturday, we will not have a show Saturday. But the following show, the key will be turned over to the realtor. The next show we have from the Loop Studios in Minden, the keys will be in the hand of the realtor. Everything will be gone, but a couple of cars, which we have to come back and just put on the car trailer and drag. But that's it. Nothing will be livable. No refrigerator, no bed, no washing machine, no table, no nothing.
All right. Laura for $2. General, Chat GPT is going to start stalking you.
That's not good. We had a big, long conversation about that, and I finished the zombie story.
Sweets 279. Congrats to the General on his fat guy journey.
Yeah, Sweets and I had a little conversation today.
Nice.
I put up a little thing again. Once I put it up on the member side, so just a picture. If you didn't know the link, I didn't give you the link. But there was for the first time on the fat guy page, there was a picture of something. It was kind of substantial. I think it was.
Oh,
Dr. McDreamy thought it was a big deal. So the picture's up for you guys, but you got to figure out what the fat guy page
Deb
is.
Ninehouse on YouTube. Who won the crossword puzzle?
I'm not telling you, but there's 3.
Wow.
There was I think I got 7 entries in finally.
Okay.
And I'm just giving the top 3 prizes. And I'll put them up. I'll put up the pictures and we'll put them up on the member sites for everybody to see.
All right. Josh D., how long have you lived there?
In this house, just barely under 20 years in this house because we had 3 down the street.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But just under 20 years here. And we got it as a bank repo house during the collapse when all the houses were collapsed and the values went down to nothing. We picked up this house very, very cheap. It was about a year old. And we just got lucky. Our neighborhood is just a suburb neighborhood, middle-class neighborhood. All of the lots in our neighborhood are about 7,000 square feet. And a few that are on corners and cul-de-sac, maybe 6 of them in this entire complex, are larger.
Yes.
And ours is 22,000, almost 23,000 square feet. We lucked out.
Yes, we did.
And we're also the last house on the end of a cul-de-sac. There's no cars, no driveways, no nothing, so the kids can play out front. And no cars go by, no racing cars. So we really did well with this. It was a great place to raise these kids for all these years.
John Morgan, $5. Are you taking the plaques on the outside of the studio with you? Yes, we are.
I'm just not sure about the signs. I might take the signs too.
We haven't decided about the signs. Yeah.
Yeah. Might leave Seagar Scotty's up there. Just leave one metal sign that says Beyond the Humidor.
Star Robert says, just think, a butterfly and a horseshoe changed everything.
I know what he's talking about.
So do I.
That's true. A butterfly and a horseshoe did change everything.
They changed everything, yep.
For those of you who don't know, you're going to have to go back and listen to some podcasts. You're going to go back a year.
All right. The sheets are clear. Let me just double check and make sure there's nothing else around here that I missed while I was gone.
Brother Bob said he thought it was a dog and a butterfly. No. The dog tried to bite the Sun Valley fox, and the butterfly flew by, and the horseshoe was where it was. So.
And Fire Woo Art from Woo Dart.
Fire Woo Dart
wants a video walkthrough for the last trip out. We will.
Yeah, everybody has said that they would like one empty house, empty studio, empty backyard walkthrough. I think it would be good to go to all the rooms and talk about it, like all the kids' bedrooms, and say how we switched them around for kid to kid. I think it would be good to do that.
All right. That's it.
That's about it for me. We just made a little bit of past 7 o'clock. I did my hour of time here.
Yes, you did.
I didn't have as much material as I thought. So when you were gone, I had to, we downloaded the software for the Mac. We uploaded the new Streamlabs. I deleted I had a little filler there. Most people were yawning and going to sleep, but they grabbed another adult beverage. Everything worked out.
I handled everything while...
All right, so that's it. We got to go. If that's it, if you know, you know. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Bye, Gracie.
Listen, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Not sure where you listened in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things in life. Number 1, wherever you go, well, there you are. Number 2, I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and I'm out.